Hello. Today we are going to discuss how we had to adjust to each other when we got married. So I am Nana.
And I'm Nathan.
Welcome to today's video.
Welcome.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we all know everyone has the differences. Coming to live under the same roof with your partner can be disastrous.
Especially when you're marrying somebody like Nana.
And Nathan.
No, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm the perfect guy.
Yeah, so I remember, I think we had our first little argument right after honeymoon when we came home. Yeah, in the bathroom, something about toothbrush and brushing teeth and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. How did it end?
Oh, well.
You still lived in the house?
No, I flew out. I flew out immediately.
See, I'm a good guy. We had an argument a few weeks.
No, I think, I don't know whether it was 2 days or a day after we just got back home.
Yeah, and I still kept her at home. You know, like we still lived together.
Anyway, so today we are talking about how we adjusted. I mean, the beginning,
Yeah.
all the differences that we found out, but
There are a lot of them. We can't discuss
That's
all
all,
of them. We're
yeah.
just sampling some of them, and
yeah.
that's what we're doing.
So I think the first was the number of children. I think we never ever really spoke about how many children we wanted to have.
We did.
And for me, I don't remember.
We did,
But-
and let me remind you. You wanted 4 children. I wanted 2.
Okay.
I do remember, but correct. You wanted 4 children.
Me, I even want 6.
You
So
always said you wanted
I think
4.
every year it changes.
It changes, yeah. And I wanted 2. And that's how we. So we didn't really ground it.
Yes,
we talked about it,
because I never remember.
but somehow I thought I convinced you that we'll keep to 2. And maybe you accepted it because you knew somewhere along the line you were going to have the power to dictate
What
how
power?
that was going to happen. Yeah.
Anyway, so that was a big challenge between us. I mean, we went years with that fight, struggling with how many children to have and how many children to be happy with. So eventually, what did we do? I think, so eventually Nathan just dropped the baton. So I think that's the whole point. The differences will be there. We found so many differences, but I think at a point, one party would have to let go. So with the children, Nathan just dropped the
I
baton.
had to choose happiness over
And-
being right.
And we settled on that difference. So we are happy with what we have now.
No, but let them know what actually happened. I mean,
No, baby.
yes. So, look, at a point, we had argued about our last child for about
For like
2 years.
Okay.
2 years. About 2 years. And I wasn't having any of it. She was insistent on it. And then she would tell me God spoke to her.
But he did.
She said God spoke to her.
But he did.
And I said God should come and speak to me too. For 2 years, God didn't speak.
No, he spoke through me
Well,
to him.
I didn't get the confirmation from anywhere. So it ended up with some friends of ours who then advised that, look, there's nothing wrong, have a child. And so I had to back down. So also she wasn't happy. So I had to back down, make her happy, make everybody else happy. I wasn't happy.
He was happy.
I wasn't happy.
He's the happiest person.
Well, I wasn't
at this
happy
moment.
at that time. But when the baby came, I'm the happiest guy in the world. And it's as if the baby thought I asked that he should come into the world, and He just hooked on me. So beautiful. Yeah, so that's one of the things we had to adjust to. It wasn't easy.
A big struggle.
It wasn't easy, but eventually adjusting. We're happy together and moving on. But there's no more adjustment on this one. We're done. Okay, that's the point. We are done. No more adjustment. The next time we make a video of this and we talk about adjustment, it won't be part of the discussion.
Okay, another thing we had to adjust to was at a point we were in a fix. It was so tight that one person had to quit their formal job and be home with the kids. And it was, of course, so I had to do that. And this is something we didn't plan. We didn't have in mind that, okay, so when we get married, this will be the roots and this is how we are going to do it. It just had to come, and I just had to take that. And it wasn't easy in the beginning, but it was worth it. It was I think it was one of the best decisions we took as a couple, for our kids and for ourselves.
And to that, I must say I'm grateful to you for not saying you should also, or I would say, but even though it was an adjustment, I think we didn't have to struggle with that decision, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
It didn't really. And
it actually opened so many other opportunities. So we are grateful to that. I mean, sometimes some of the adjustments we don't like it, or you will not like it, but it can be a blessing in disguise. And this is one that we won't say that we missed on. It was a good one. Sometimes we're just too rigid with each other. We feel we're competing. And so I know, why don't you do it? No, I want to stay. You do it. You do it. And I don't know. Well, God's plan, we don't know, but it has worked better in our view that you dropped off and I continued because of the things that have been created after you made that decision, or we made that decision. Okay, so the third thing that you have to adjust to. The third one, I think we had to. So the differences. Nathan can, sometimes I call him Kwekwanansi. Kwekwanansi is a character in an African story that, I mean, like the spider is a spider. Anansi means the spider. The spider is always in the corner of people's homes, in the corner. So Nathan, I call him a Kwekwanansi. He just wants to be sometimes just hiding.
Be by myself.
By himself in a corner somewhere and
trouble.
Just be there. And I can't just stay like that. I mean, we need to be going out occasionally. We need to have fun. We need to.
That's trouble.
Yeah.
That's trouble for someone like me.
We need to do interesting things. And so I said, no, Charlie, we need to adjust. I can adjust to be a Kwekwanansi too. So
why not?
We are going to make our lives one boring one, being two Kwekwanansis in our home corners. So come on, let's move.
Yeah. And it used to make you unhappy because I was okay. I didn't see anything wrong with us being in a house.
In the corner. No, not even in the house. The fact
by myself
that
and
the corner
enjoying my space.
The corner meaning and hiding in one room or in the study or somewhere with a book or with a phone and just being there. How can you live my beautiful life with?
What you're not telling me is that you can talk, like you're not nagging. You like to make stories, but I have a threshold for listening to stories.
No,
you don't have a threshold for telling stories.
Listening to stories, no response, no feedback, no nothing. So he's just there and just.
Those of you out there
talk,
watching videos and think look, help me, rescue. She can tell me stories and stories and stories and stories, and I want to rest. I just want to have some peace of mind. I want to read. I want to be on my phone, and she doesn't like that.
Yeah. So I need to. I mean, there was a way that
we
had to.
I've changed.
We had to adjust. We had to find Kwekwanansi out of that corner.
And I'm the one changing all the time.
And so So yeah, we went on the move. Occasionally we set dates, we go out, we sit out, we take the children, we have our time, and we can at least even stay at home and talk and laugh sometimes. Yeah.
Now I read my book in the midst of the chaos. Yes, while she's talking, children are shouting. I'm holding my book, pretending I'm reading.
That's a hero to read
That
in the
really,
midst of chaos.
really is troubling. But hey, it makes our home happy. And for those of you who have seen some of the little home videos I've made, it's because we're almost all the time together now. We get opportunity to see those interesting, unique moments, and then we pick our phones and video them. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're happier now,
Yeah.
even though it's still struggling. Yeah.
So at least we are thankful that the Anansi is out of the corner.
Yeah, I'm always
And
the one
it's
changing.
in the midst of happiness and people.
And I'm the good guy in the relationship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we take it as that.
You can, yeah. Nathan team.
And then
And then last one. Oh, the last one. So when we got married, I wasn't a pastor.
yeah,
And we hadn't even discussed that I was going to be a pastor. I was active in church, and that was it.
yeah,
Then was it months or years?
yeah.
Maybe about a year.
Yeah, by
A year into our marriage, I was ordained into ministry. And so this ordination came with the fact that I had roles to play.
You mean your new role as a pastor
Yes.
came with its
Yes.
responsibilities
Yeah.
and
So how are you adjusting to that?
okay, well, so adjusting, I mean, for me, my regular self as doing it whatever I wanted and be myself in a way, adjusted to the fact that I'm going to be now a pastor's wife. And so it was a whole turning point for me. Okay, yeah, so of course I had to now join in the works of the ministry and focus more on doing things to help build the ministry. Yeah, it was an adjustment that I had to do initially. I don't know how I handled it, but now it's something I'm really enjoying and encouraging people to join. And the cost. So yeah, so the whole point is, yeah, we know we all have differences before getting married, but when you live under the same roof with somebody, there are so many more differences you see without, I mean,
Some planned, some unplanned.
some planned, yeah, some
Yeah.
unplanned, and some you would never even dream that you had that difference. So yeah, so I mean, working on your differences, I think, is very important because they can really destroy your home if you don't take it well, because coming together and living under the same roof can expose even more differences than you thought.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think how to handle them and how to work on them and how to sacrifice, I mean, because no matter what, one person has to, I mean, sacrifice to make the difference, a similarity or a common something.
So you may have been comfortable with your lifestyle or the path you've chosen, but the moment you come together, that may begin to create inconvenience for
your
partner, and for that matter, the two of you. And so there's nothing like, this is how I am, this is what I want. You have to understand the situation and be able to adjust for the survival of that union and relationship that you have. Yeah. So basically what we're saying is, when you get into union, be prepared to make some adjustment, and those adjustments are necessary for the survival of your relationship. Don't go holding on to your ground and say, me, that's who I am. It really usually hurts. It doesn't work to hell. Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We'll be back
We wish you the best
in
your
another
relationship.
edition.
Yeah.
And stay
God
blessed.
bless. Bye.
Bye.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know one single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing.